Hi friends, welcome back to our vinyl collection. Today I'm going in for a new artist for these first listens, but by all means this is not a first listen to the artist. This is one of my favourite artists actually. Someone who to me had been a little bit of an unknown until about mid last year. So we're looking into Bruce Springsteen. Now I say a little bit of an unknown, so I know a fair bit of Bruce's discography now, but it wasn't until summer last year that I really got to know him, and I'd known Dancing in the Dark and I'm on Fire through cover versions. I was aware of Dancing in the Dark, I had heard it, but my mum loves Bruce, and Bruce last year toured Europe, toured America, and he played London. Now, my mum and I had wanted to go the year before to London. I think he was playing in Hyde Park, but the tickets were stupidly expensive, and they still were for Wembley. But we got to go to Wembley in July and see him live. And to prepare myself, I made a set list, a playlist of all the songs on the set list, and I listened to them. And as I was listening, I was thinking, hell, this guy is great. Have I not heard this music before? And since then, since July until now, I've just been avidly listening to Bruce. I mean, he managed to work his way up to my second most played artist on my Spotify Wrapped within the space of about 4 months, which is crazy. But there are still a lot of songs in his discography that I don't know, and this is one of them. And this is from one of my favourite albums of his in terms of the songs that I know. So this is The Ties That Bind from The River, 1980s The River. The songs I know on this album are Sherry Darling, which I think is a great song, Hungry Heart, obviously, Two Hearts, Out in the Streets, and The River, and all of those I think are amazing songs. I love all of them very, very much. But I just want to kind of explore these albums a little bit more and hear the songs that I do know and the songs that I don't know, because I think there's a lot of insight from a first listen, there's a lot of insight from a song that you've already listened to. So if there's a song by Bruce that you want me to hear, please do just suggest it. And if I've heard it, I'm more than happy to listen to it again, because like I said, I've got thoughts on the production, on the meaning of the song, the instrumentation that will be there. And sometimes those insights can be nice to share and they can be nice to hear. Equally, if it's a first listen, it can be nice to get someone's first impressions of a song. So just a little bit of history of this song. This is the opening track on The River, the 1980 album, The River. This song sets the tone for the album. Now, from the songs that I've heard, there is a real prevalent theme of love, loss, and a perseverance through it all on this album. I read online that this song is inspired by Springsteen's reflections on the struggles of working class families and the values of solidarity and commitment to one another. And it was the first song recorded for The River. I don't know if Bruce recorded in chronological order. I'm actually just about to start listening to the audiobook Deliver Us From Nowhere, which is about the recording process in Nebraska. So I don't know anything really about Bruce's recording style, the way he does his recording sessions. I know that the Letter to You album was recorded in the space of about 6 days in a cabin, and that was it, just the band. I believe Nebraska was recorded in his bedroom, but I don't know if they do these songs in chronological order or if this was just coincidentally the first song recorded. But without further ado, let's listen to it. I will try not to pause it, but if I do pause it, it's always just because I've got something to say about it. It's not, I know there are some channels that are like, oh, got to pause it so YouTube don't copyright it. I don't care if they don't, if there's no monetization. I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing this to listen to the music with some great people.
People out of your way.
I I love Bruce. I love that. I love that. Caught me so off guard, and I love the way he vocalizes in some of these songs. I know he does it more live than on the studio albums, but that was so. It caught me off guard, and that was so great. It reminds me when we saw him live when he did "Born in the USA." I'm going to butcher the line. In the line, he had a woman he loves in Zygon. I've got a picture of her I've got a picture of him in her arms. But in the album, on the album version, he just hits through it. But he did like he went into his falsetto, he broke into falsetto. I suppose it's technically a yodel. He kind of yodeled the line live, and I thought it was absolutely incredible. I love what he does with his voice. Now, I was not going to pause that during a Clarence solo, but god damn, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the song. That's it. That's all I'd say. I love Bruce. I'm just going to say that now. I love his music so much. And what a lovely song. What a lovely song. You Can't Break the Ties That Bind. Now, I know I mentioned at the start that this was about resilience and community and love. And it really comes through. It's like you can reject, you can push away everything. You can be hurt and you can say, I don't want anything from the world. It sounds like there was a line there about kind of wanting like a temporary relationship, and then but you don't want anything serious. You just want something to kind of make yourself feel better in the instant, and just carry on with life and carry on moving through a dark passageway. But you can't break the ties that bind. You can't break your family bonds. You can't break the bonds with the people who love you. That line kind of really, it underlines the nature of those aforementioned relationships, really, when even when tested by hardships and emotional pain and all the trouble in the world, you can never break those bonds or those ties. I think the instrumentation is beautiful on that song, and it's very, very reminiscent. I say it's very reminiscent. Of course, it's reminiscent. It's from the same damn album. I was going to say of Hungry Heart. I love the I love the synthesizers they're using for this, and of course Clarence's saxophone is just absolutely breathtaking. I love it. There was a reference I picked up. Who's Gonna Stop the Rain? I think was one of the lines there, and I like that. I don't know if that's a callback to Creedence Clearwater Revival or not, but also it felt like there was a little bit of a call to Johnny Cash. If it's just coincidental, I don't know. But there was a mention of walking the line, and obviously in I Walk the Line, he says, he mentions the ties that bind. So I wonder if that was a little bit of a callback, a little bit of a relation there. But mentioning the community, this just feels like a very Bruce song. So many of Bruce's songs have been about that kind of that community love, that community bond. Immediately I'm just thinking of Long Walk Home, whereas, you know, in your hometown everyone's got a neighbour and everyone's got a friend, and you'll never walk alone, you'll never do anything alone as long as you're part of that community. And this really fits in with that ethos. You know, community, family ties, they're paramount to the life, and it's a reflection, I suppose, of the struggles and triumphs of the ordinary working man, who find their self-worth, their identities through the connections they have with one another. I think that's probably the right way of phrasing it, I think. Yeah, that was a beautiful song. I'm not going to ramble on much more about it, but I think that was lovely. I think the instrumentation was just Bruce. It was just Bruce, you know. And production's great. I like the production a lot on this album. I think there's a bit of a stark contrast between his works around this time, and that's good. You have The River and then Nebraska and Born in the USA. Each one sound so very different, but in a great way. And yeah, if there's any more, like I said at the start, if there's any more Bruce you want me to listen to, or any other music for that matter, just let me know. Comment down, comment your suggestions, and I'll get to them. I'm just really kind of restarting this channel a bit, so I don't have suggestions right now. I'm just going off my own thoughts, my own wants, I suppose. But I would love to listen to the stuff that you guys want me to listen to. Because at the end of the day, these videos aren't, you know, they're not a way of churning out videos for quick views. They're about exploring music, because music is such a big part of my life. It's such a big part of the world. And I'm very, very fortunate in that I've not listened to some of the greats. And I'm fortunate in that I get to share these journeys with you and document it and have it as a documentation online. I know I've gone back and watched some of my videos from 2 years ago and thought, I love this song now, but hey, I get to watch myself listen to this for the first time, and that's great fun. So thank you for sharing this journey with me, and let me know how we can continue this journey. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps push the video out, and we can kind of get this to the right audience. We can bring in more Bruce fans, bring in more kind of great music fans, and we can expand and grow together as a family. And the majority of people who watch these videos aren't subscribed. Now, subscribing, some people take it, some people leave it. It's fine. But it helps, again, push the channel out, and so it helps me tenfold. It's free, there's no costs or anything, so if you fancy subscribing, then please do. It would help me out a lot. You can always unsubscribe later if you'd like, but for now I'd really appreciate it. With that, keep spinning your records and keep an eye out for more vinyl reviews. If you're a fan of Bruce, I got some Bruce ones coming up as soon as I finish AC/DC. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for your time.